One school day, a boy named Tom was sitting in a class doing math. It was 6 more minutes until after school. As he was doing his homework, something caught his eye. His desk was next to the window, and he turned and stared outside. It looked like a picture. When it was home time at the school, he ran to the spot where he saw it. He ran so fast that no one else could grab it. He picked it up and smiled. It had been a picture of the most beautiful girl he had ever seen. She had a dress with tights on, red shoes, and her hand was formed into a peace sign. She was so beautiful he wanted to meet her, so he ran all over the school and asked everyone if they knew her or have ever seen her before. But everyone he asked said no. He was devastated. When he was home, he asked his older sister if she knew the girl, but unfortunately she also said no. It was very late, so Tom walked up the stairs, placed the picture on his bedside table, and went to sleep. In the middle of the night, Tom was awakened by a tap on his window. It was like a nail tapping. He got scared. After the tapping, he heard a giggle. He saw a shadow near his window. So he got out of bed, walked towards his window, opened it up, and followed the giggling. By the time he reached it, it was gone. The next day, he asked his neighbors if they knew her. Everybody said sorry, no. When his mother came home, he even asked her if she knew her. She said no as well. He went to his room, placed the picture on his desk, and fell asleep. Once again, he was awakened by a tapping. He took the picture and followed the giggling. He walked across the road when suddenly he got hit by a car. He was dead with the picture in his hand. The driver got out of his car and tried to help him, but it was too late. Suddenly, he saw the picture and picked it up. He smiled. He saw a cute girl holding up 3 fingers. There's a mailbox somewhere in the city that can solve your direst problems. Which city? That depends on who you ask. There may be even more than one. Who knows? Anyway, this mailbox isn't emptied anymore. The mail service has completely forgotten about it, but it clings on. It is located in some relatively unlikely place, so you won't spot it immediately. Mail you put inside won't go anywhere, but this box is special. Write a letter about your most pressing problem to the persons in charge of dealing with it. Write to your significant other, your boss, the IRS, and get it all off your chest. Ride yourself into deep shit with that letter. You'll see that the problem will dissolve soon, in some way you hadn't thought likely. The snag, of course, is that you can't really be sure whether you have found the right mailbox until you try. And if you haven't, things are going to get much worse once your letter gets delivered. You'd fallen asleep to late-night television, but curiously woke up to the sounds of the static playing on the TV. As you sit up, rubbing your eyes, read the scrawling words of the emergency broadcast system. This is just a test. This is just a test. This is just a test. You glance at the clock, 3:33. Yawning, the television catches your eye as you watch. The emergency broadcast system says something different. This is just a test. This is just a test. You are being watched. This is just a test. You are home alone and you hear on the news about the profile of a murderer who is on the loose. You look at the sliding glass doors to your backyard and you notice a man standing out in the snow. He fits the profile of the murderer exactly, and he is smiling at you. You gulp, picking up the phone to your right and dialing 911. You look back out the glass as you press the phone to your ear and notice he is much closer to you now. You then drop the phone in shock. There are no footprints in the snow. It's his reflection. Rumor has it that every Halloween during the hours of 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. there exists a void. You must stand in front of a mirror in a pitch black room with your gaze fixated on the mirror. If you remain in the room when the moment arrives, you will feel a chill seize your body. Place your right hand on the mirror and whisper, "I accept." If done correctly, in the mirror, there will be a faint image of an infant with no flesh and pitch black eyes. He will stare directly into your soul, and you will hear the buzzing of flies and nervous whispering. You will not be able to make out the image in the mirror, but you will be filled with unspeakable terror. The infant will ask you 5 questions about events that have occurred within your life. His voice will sound like the rubbing of sandpaper and will be devoid of all human emotion. For each question that you answer incorrectly, one of your 5 senses will be consumed and lost to you forever. For each question that is answered correctly, you will be able to recite the name of someone you know. That person will be found dead the next morning with their flesh removed and their eyes missing. If you like what you heard, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. If you'd like to, you can follow me at Twitter. The handle is @FuzzyPantaloons, and I'll see you all next time.